Sofia Kuzina. How to be a star for your employer. How to be a star for your employer, Sofia Kuzina.
How do you feel when somebody asks you, tell me something about yourself? I was asked this question last week during a job interview. And honestly, I was completely lost when I heard this phrase. Of course, I know how to answer this phrase in everyday life situations. But there, in the job interview, I couldn't even find a word. And I decided to know whether it's a common problem or just mine. And I decided to make a smaller search in Toastmasters and see how many of you have the same fear. And I figured out that half in Toastmasters are confused when they hear this phrase. And at the same time, the majority of Toastmasters are not sure that they are good at presenting themselves. It's strange, you know? And that is a problem, especially if you're going to apply for a job. Because if you do, you will definitely meet this scary HR manager who will definitely ask you to present yourself. And to prepare for that, I decided to talk to a very experienced HR director in Rosatom. She's a friend of my family, and that's why I was able to talk to her. And she shared with me 3 main mistakes of almost all candidates during the job interview. The first one is to present your personality. You know, there are not good or bad people during the job interview. There are only appropriate candidates and inappropriate candidates. So talk about your features, your disadvantages and advantages according to the job you are discussing. The second mistake is no preparation. It seems obvious that you should read about the company, you should read about the position you're applying for, but the majority of candidates just avoid it. They ignore it. I don't know why, honestly. And the third mistake is silly questions. You know, there are 2 types of silly questions during the job interview. One type of silly questions, where can I warm up my meal here? And where's the toilet? Yeah? And the second type of the silly question is, what is the strategy of your company? What is your future plans? Both variants are silly. And let's talk about your disadvantages. Do you have disadvantages? Do you have disadvantage?
Of course.
Even in public speaking?
Even in public speaking.
Are you sure?
Absolutely.
And should we tell about our disadvantages to the interviewer? What do you think?
No.
Yes. Only if he asks or she asks.
So who thinks that yes, we need to do it?
And we need to turn them into advantages.
Okay. And who thinks that no, we don't. Okay. And the answer is yes, we do need to tell about it. I'll explain why. Imagine you can't work under pressure. You hate when somebody shouts at you. And your HR manager knows that your future boss is just crazy. Absolutely crazy. And imagine what can happen if you're accepted. That would be a hell for you, for your future boss, and for the manager that decided to take you. And now we're moving to the main part of my presentation. And the answer how to be a star for your employer is to use star structure. What is it and how to use it? C, S is situation, T is task, A action, and R is result. I will give you a personal, real example from my life, and you will follow. Last week, I became a Vice President of Education in WorldSurfers. I was given a task to prepare for the contest, to find 6 evaluators and 6 judges. I was communicating to all judges, to all personal evaluators, to all speakers. I had to write everybody in this club and some people in other Moscow clubs. Some people were refusing, some people agreed, and of course not without help of Diana. I managed to do it. Thank you that you're all here. Judges, speakers, evaluators, timers, and so on. And Toastmasters of Day, of course. And I used this same structure, a star structure, during my first job interview in Rosbank, and I was accepted. And today was my first working day as an HR manager, a job of my dream. Yeah. And I really recommend you to use this structure, to use star structure to present your advantages. And be a star for your employer. Thank you.